Hey, what's up, guys? It's Rat Pack Monday. Zoe coming at you. Just wanted to drop by and share a quick, tip for a skill that you need to develop and get really good at. And that skill is called edification. All right. And so when I first got in, because I've been in this thing for about 7 years now. When I first got in, I was 19. I'd never done anything like this before. Didn't know how to build it. Didn't know all of that stuff. And so obviously you need to be coachable and teachable, and there's right ways to expose people, and then there's very ineffective ways to show people. And so obviously we want to do the more efficient way and the more effective way as much as we possibly can. And so the more you get these things down, these little things down, in the very beginning, the less brain damage you're going to incur as you continue to go share this with people. Because when I got in, the first two big mistakes that I made are, the first one is I tried to start explaining it to everybody and all of my friends, which I quickly found out was an absolute train wreck, and that didn't work out. And we'll do an inviting segment at a different day. But so I first had to learn how to invite properly, and then the second thing was that when I started showing my friends, I started showing them all by myself, and I was the only person that they were talking to, and the only one that they were seeing, and the only story that they were hearing. And being brand new, I didn't even have a story. And so the one thing that's really key is not just edification, which I'll get into in a second, but having a third-party expert there to do your presentations with you, whether it's at a travel party or whether it's at a two-on-one where it's you and your expert sitting down and showing one of your friends at Starbucks or over lunch or something like that. Because the mistake I was making was I was showing all my friends by myself, and the problem is I'd get a lot of excited friends that would be like, oh, this is awesome, I definitely want to do it, and said all of the right things, but when it came down to actually sign on the dotted line and get them signed up, I just could never get any of my friends to take action, and I could never get them to take me seriously on it. And so I was getting really frustrated. And then I went to a training and learned that I was a bonehead because I was trying to show all my friends myself. And the challenge with that is, between me and my friends, we have trust, friends, family, they trust me for sure. But the problem is I'm still the village idiot with all my friends. They know all the dumb things I've done throughout my life. They know me so well, and I'm just so common to them that they don't take me seriously. It's just like sometimes, if you're a parent and you're trying to tell your kids something, it goes in one ear and out the other ear. But if they hear the exact same thing from somebody else's parents, all of a sudden it's the greatest idea on earth, and you're like frustrated because you've been telling them, pretty much their whole life. But the thing is, a prophet is not welcome in his own hometown. And so that was the challenge I was running into. And so that's the brain damage I want to help you guys, stay away from, so you're not banging your head against the wall, and you can actually get some quick traction, score in 24, and get some people fired up and ready to get this thing rocking. And so here's how you make a proper exposure, all right, with the expert and edification, all right? And so here is kind of the triangle in which we do things. All right. See, there's you, little smiley face. Here's all of the people that you're going to go talk to. All right. Your list of friends, family, whatever it is, your easy ones. And between you and your friends, there's a lot of trust there, right? Because they know you exactly, but but again, you're still the village idiot with your friends. And so they're not going to take you seriously. And you lack a lot of respect and credibility as far as this business goes, because there's a good chance this is your first time doing this. And, your friends know you haven't made a whole lot of money your whole life. Like me, I hadn't been successful at anything. I had never gotten rich, financially free, none of that stuff. And so all of a sudden I'm trying to share this awesome idea with them. And it's ironic how they didn't, take me seriously on it because I had never done it before. And so where the key component is within your expert. All right. And so the expert, who is your expert? Your expert is basically somebody that they don't know. All right, your friends and your family are going to listen to somebody they don't know a million times more than they're going to listen to you. As frustrating as that is, that's just how it is. It's human nature. And so you might as well just get with it and just start doing it the right way. And so you can get, traction a lot quicker. And so the expert is somebody that they don't know who you can edify. Okay? And so your job at the end of the day is just to get as many of your friends, invite them properly, get as many of your friends in front of the expert as possible, because between them and the expert, there's going to be respect and there's going to be credibility there, because typically they've got a great story, they've got a success story, and, but bottom line is it's just not you, so they're going to take them a lot more seriously. And what brings that all together, all right, because you can't just, let's say, for example, I'm doing a 2-on-1 or I'm at a travel party. It all works the same. Bring your friends to travel parties. Introduce them to the expert. Introduce them to the person who's running the presentation. That's the expert in that situation. All right, if you're at a 2-on-1 at Starbucks or Chipotle or something like that, and you know the person that you're bringing with you, that's the expert. You're 2 against their 1. All right, or if it's a 3-way phone call, same deal for an online exposure. You're getting them on the website, and then you're getting them on a 3-way phone call with the expert. Okay. So how do you make them the expert in that situation? It's this little thing called edification. And edification is a fancy word for just meaning that you're going to build them up. Okay? And so what you want to do is you want to edify and build this person up as much as you possibly can. Put them on a huge pedestal with your friend, because the more you can edify them, the more seriously your friend is going to take them, and the more weight that they're going to bear when they actually go through the presentation, whatever it is that they might say. So here's an example of what not to do. All right? If I'm showing my friend and I introduce them to my buddy David, I'm not going to say, "Hey John, this is my buddy David. You know, we're buddies." That's it. You know, if I just say that, I didn't edify David at all. And so my buddy John has no reason to listen to David at that point, because he's like, "Who's John?" You know, all he's going to know, or "Oh, who's David?" You know, because all he's going to know is what I say about David. And so the way I would edify them is I would say, "Listen, John, this is my buddy David. You know, I took the liberty in getting him here because, you know, David, he's been in this thing for, you know, however many years now. He is crushing it. He's one of the top leaders in the whole company. He's actually at the rank of the second highest level in the company. He just walked stage in front of 12,000 people at our big convention in Kansas City. I mean, he's an international trainer. I mean, they literally fly him all over the world to teach people exactly how to be successful at this thing. And he is in such high demand that it's so hard to get any of his time. But since he's my buddy, you know, he'll meet with me just because I called him. And so bottom line is David is killing this thing, and I just wanted to make sure that I got you in front of the best of the best. All right? And David, this is my buddy John. You know, he's one of my really good buddies, super sharp guy. If he did this, he would probably kill it. And at that point, I just kind of step back, and I'm out of the equation at that point. All right? And I take myself out of the picture, and I'm not going to say anything during the presentation, because if you say anything during David while he's presenting or while he's closing, I'm going to de-edify him big time, and then my friend's going to get all confused because he's going to be like, "Well, who's the expert?" And that's one of my biggest pet peeves, is when I'm doing a meeting for somebody and they start chipping in the middle of it saying, "Oh, well, you know, tell them about the lifestyle bonus," or "Oh, you forgot this dream trip," or "Oh, you got to tell them about cycles." And it's like, the reason everything I say in a meeting is for a reason. All right? And so when you edify somebody, you shut your mouth at that point, you know, zip your lips, and you don't say anything until you are brought back into the conversation. Whether that's at a 2-on-1, a travel party, or a 3-way phone call, you just zip it and you just be ready to sign them up. That's all you got to do, and it makes it so simple for you, and your friend sees how simple it is for them, because all they got to do is get their friends in front of the expert, and they don't have to get caught thinking that they have to be the expert. Does that make sense? And so that's how you edify somebody. And it doesn't have to be a top income earner. You know, it can be somebody, you know, that's brand new, that just got their 4, you know, or just got their lifestyle call. Anybody that's not them, you know, you can edify anybody and make them sound really, really good. And you want it to be truthful stuff, but just make them a big deal. You know, if I'm introducing them, you know, to my brand new guy, you know, let's say his name is Mark, you know, I'll say, "Hey John, this is my buddy Mark. You know, Mark is crushing this thing. You know, he's one of the top leaders on our team right now. Knows everything there is to know about at this business. I know he's going straight to the top, and I'm coming with him. And again, I just wanted to make sure I got you in front of somebody that knew exactly what was going on, and that's just fixing to crush this thing." All right? So I'm just edifying them as much as I possibly can, shutting my mouth, letting them do the deal, and I'm just ready to sign them up. And then if they bring me in sometime during the conversation to share my story, I will absolutely do that. But that's how you want to show people all the time. All right? Get them in front of or on the phone with somebody else that can be the expert. Stop doing it by yourself. All right? Because if you do that, it's going to be, if you don't have any credibility like I didn't with my contacts, all right, you're going to have a lot of time, you know, banging your head against the wall. And even if you can, you know, do it yourself because you know, you got the credibility, try to do it this way, because you show your brand new person how simple it is. You know, me, even today, I do this all the time. I try not to make myself the deal. I try to get them in front of somebody else that they can listen to, so they can see how the process works, because you're training them from the first thing that you say that comes out of your mouth. All right. And I say that to say that's the most effective way to show somebody, but at the end of the day, if you're by yourself and you don't have somebody to lean on or crutch on, don't use that as an excuse as to why you can't show somebody. All right, this is the first way you want to, but if you can't, you go do it anyway. Get somebody on a three-way phone call if you're meeting with your friends at Starbucks. Get somebody in your upline or in your sideline who's on a different team, ready for the three-way phone call to throw them on speaker. All right, definitely try to get them on the phone with somebody, but if you can't, all right, don't use that as a reason as to why you can't show somebody, because at the end of the day, you can't say the right thing to the wrong person and you can't say the wrong thing to the right person, but this is just going to help you get more results faster. But still, if you show somebody by yourself, just make sure that you're not using this as a crutch as to why you can't do it if you can't get the expert there, because we just want to show people as fast as we can, run through the numbers, plug them into the system. Our system is ratpacknation.net. Password vacation. That's their tool that they can figure out everything, how to be successful at this business. And so with that being said, hopefully this helps. Let's go rock the exposures this week, and let's make it a monster week for you guys, and we'll see you on Monday.